Brown, and today's lab video is about the cardiovascular system one. I'm going to be showing a dissected sheep heart, and looking at it anteriorly, you'll see an anterior ventricular sulcus or groove, and this is the left side of the sheep heart, and this is the right side of the sheep heart. To show you the blood flow, it starts with the deoxygenated blood that comes from the superior vena cava here, from the top part of the body, and also into the inferior vena cava, which is coming from the lower part of the body. You could see my probe going through. So anyway, it goes into the right atrium, which is the top chamber of the heart, and it passes through this valve called the tricuspid valve, and it's held on by this chordae tendineae, which is attached to the papillary muscles. This valve helps prevent the backflow of the blood from the atrium to the ventricle, which is the lower chamber. So from the right ventricle, it goes up through the pulmonary artery here, and then the blood goes on to the lungs, where it picks up oxygen. So now this oxygenated blood enters on the left side of the heart through the pulmonary vein, which is here. These are the pulmonary veins, and again it enters into the left atrium, which is this, and it passes through another valve, and that is called the bicuspid or mitral valve, and again it's held on by this chordae tendineae that's attached to the papillary muscle, and then into the left ventricle. And again, this valve prevents the backflow of the blood from the atrium to the ventricle. And then it passes through another valve that you can't see, but that's called the aortic ventricular valve. And then it goes out to the brachiocephalic artery and the aorta. Now, notice that the heart wall of the left ventricle is much thicker than the heart wall of the right ventricle, and that's because there's a lot of pressure needed to pump the blood into the aorta. There are 3 layers of the heart wall. The outer layer is called the epicardium, the middle layer that's called the myocardium or the heart muscle, and then the smooth surface over here is called the endocardium. And there's also another part that separates the left from the right ventricle, and that is called the interventricular septum, and that's a wall. And the last thing I'm going to be talking about is a heart disease called atherosclerosis. It is a chronic inflammatory disease of the large arteries that may cause heart attacks, strokes, or thrombosis. It is characterized by plaques of cholesterol, lipids, or inflammatory cells that abnormally deposit on the walls of the coronary This causes the cavity or the lumen of the artery to narrow, which creates an irregular structure, which may cause thrombosis. Also, it decreases the blood flow for the myocardium. And that's the end of my presentation. Thank you.